What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and in this video we will look at Yves Bissouma. Liverpool are keeping tabs on the Brighton midfielder because Wijnaldum is likely to leave Liverpool at the end of the season, even though Jurgen Klopp recently said that he hopes Wijnaldum will sign a new contract. January 1st is fast approaching, and on that day Wijnaldum can start negotiations with any clubs outside of England, and that means that Wijnaldum is more than likely to leave Liverpool at the end of the season, which really makes me sad. But now Liverpool have to look at their options and which player could replace him. We looked at Ruben Neves yesterday. Today we are looking at Yves Bissouma, but also I have some major injury updates for you guys. Thankfully no new injuries happened for Liverpool during the weekend, and also Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is finally back in training for the first time in months. Also Naby Keita and Trent Alexander-Arnold is fit and ready, but they will not play probably against Midtjylland. We will also take a look at what kind of potential lineup Liverpool will play against Midtjylland, because even though Liverpool will rest most of the first team, there are still some exciting players who could play, like Takumi Minamino, Divock Origi, Xherdan Shaqiri, and maybe others as well. So the Daily Mail and other newspapers are reporting that Liverpool are interested in signing the Brighton midfielder Yves Bissouma, who really is having a very good season. Even though Brighton is in the bottom half of the table, they are giving every team a proper game, and Liverpool really couldn't beat them away from home at their home stadium. And Jurgen Klopp is very keen, of course, to maintain his squad, but Liverpool is seeing Bissouma as a potential replacement for Wijnaldum if Wijnaldum moves on. The Liverpool Echo is reporting this. David Lynch, who is a journalist with good connections with Liverpool FC, and he's also now a freelancer, and he's saying that Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool are watching Yves Bissouma and how he's developing this season, because even though the midfield area is one of the strongest of Liverpool right now, if Wijnaldum leaves at the end of the season, and Barcelona could be a likely destination for Wijnaldum, because remember Ronald Koeman desperately wanted to sign Wijnaldum in the summer, but he decided to stay. According to David Lynch, Liverpool are eyeing Yves Bissouma as one of many players as a potential replacement for the influential Wijnaldum if he leaves, but only if he leaves will we attempt to sign Bissouma or Ruben Neves or somebody like that. Yves Bissouma is only 24 years old. He joined Brighton from Lille in 2018, and he has impressed with his energetic and combative displays in the heart of Brighton's midfield. He also has 16 appearances for his country, Mali, and he already scored 3 goals. He also scored a goal of the season contender recently, and yes, Bissouma would appear a national replacement for Wijnaldum. Maybe he doesn't have the goal scoring prowess of Wijnaldum, but he definitely can get stuck in, which is of course underlined by his 3 yellow cards and 1 red card already. And right now Wijnaldum is playing every week, but that could change when Thiago comes back, when Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain comes back. Then Liverpool will have a lot more options to rotate the squad, but I think that Liverpool will definitely sign a replacement if we were to sell Wijnaldum in the summer. So let me know, do you think Yves Bissouma would be good enough to replace Wijnaldum? Of course he's just still a young player developing, but I think under Jurgen Klopp he could become an even better player. And I mean, remember Wijnaldum, when he signed, he was signed from Newcastle, who got I think relegated at the time, and Wijnaldum was one of their top scorers, one of their best players. Even that didn't convince many Liverpool fans, who actually said that Wijnaldum is not good enough. And some Liverpool fans might say that Yves Bissouma is not good enough for Liverpool, but I think Jurgen Klopp has a really particular eye for talent, and we are looking for a particular player who could fit into our plans for the near future. So I'm really hopeful that Liverpool can secure his signature. And Jurgen Klopp actually confirmed that Liverpool are not going on a holiday to Denmark to play Midtjylland. We are going there for the win, and this is what he said. Our Champions League squad was already very young. We had 5 or 6 players involved in the squad during the whole campaign so far. who are very young players, and yes, they will travel and then we will make the decisions. We have today one session. Yesterday we had the session already with players especially who didn't play in the Wolves game. Today is the one session we have together, and so I still have a few hours to make decisions. I will use the time. Analysis is not finalized yet, and then we will all play a part in my thinking. We will see. You are right, it's the first time we don't have to get a result in the last match of the group stage. The first time we are first in the table already. We have to consider the general situation, that's clear, but we have to consider as well that it's the Champions League. We are Liverpool and we want to win the game. All these kinds of things will lead in the end to the lineup, and whatever lineup we have, it's clear for the Liverpool players that what kind of football we want to play, how intense we want to be, how difficult to play we want to be for the opponent. So there are a lot of things I want to see, but that is pretty much what I want to see in all the games. This game is no different. This game is only one part different, and that is we don't have to win it, because as Liverpool you usually have to win all the games. We still want to win it, which is the better thing to do. That's what I want to see, that everybody can see we go there and want to win the football game. It will be difficult because Midtjylland is much better than the table shows. When you make the analysis, you see how good they are in the games. They grew in the competition without getting points, but it's a strong group, so it was difficult for Midtjylland, but I'm sure they will give us a proper fight and we have to be ready for that. And another reason is the objective to get 15 points. How Jurgen Klopp said, we will try everything. He also said we cannot completely forget the situation we are in. Situation we are in means we play after that game on Sunday, after that game on Wednesday, and after that game again on Saturday. And I forgot now how many days we have in between. I heard now a second ago that in the next 22 days we play 6 games, and my boys, they played in the last 22 days for sure at least 6 games, if not 7. So we try everything to be as well prepared as possible, and it's so satisfying, Jurgen Klopp said, to see the young players are stepping up this season. We don't have to say it any differently. We had some problems injury wise, that's clear. We lost top class players to injuries, but of course one door closes and another one opens, and that's how it is. But then you still need the right kids or right players to use the chance, and how the boys did it, we can go through all of them. What Reece Williams did so far in the Champions League is exceptional. What Nat Phillips did when he played in the Premier League was absolutely exceptional. Neko played now 2 really good games in a row, especially the last one was really good. Curtis plays like he already played 20 or 10 years for Liverpool. Kelleher was always a talent. Now he got the chance to show that on the big stage, and thank God it worked out. The biggest part is obviously that they are ready for it, the young players, and Vitor Matos and Pep Yinders are really close to that group before they even join us, so they were really well prepared. That's good, and that's why we could use them in the way we use them. And Divock Origi is not injured, don't get me wrong. Obviously we don't have a lot of players, but our offensive options are better than in other areas, and so I cannot just bring free strikers or very offensive players into the squad all the time when all the things can happen all over the pitch. So Divock is in a good shape, but was not in the squad in the Premier League the last time. That hints to me that Jurgen Klopp is thinking about Origi, and he definitely will start against Midtjylland. But that's the thing, until Origi shows that he deserves to be on the bench every game for Liverpool, until he shows that, it's very hard to include him in the squad when we already have multiple options, like Jota was on the bench last time. And Jurgen Klopp was asked whether you will protect Kelleher for this game and bring in Adrian. He said, interesting question. I haven't made decisions, but usually a goalie, you don't have to change that often. And nobody told me anything different, that Kelleher should be ready again. I didn't think about it, to be honest, but that's probably a good sign. In general, I have a lot of respect for Midtjylland, to be honest. We played here and we were slightly lucky to win the game. Yes, they now have 1 point, but good performances in the Champions League. They were unlucky in some games. That's how it is with experience in the competition. You learn it the hard way. All of us did it, learned it the hard way. But I think they should be really proud of what they did so far in the Champions League. I know they think in this moment we are a big chance for them, a big name, but they expect us to make some changes and stuff like this. They have a home game, so they can go to 4 points, which would be a big one for them. From a financial point of view, winning a game in the Champions League is a big one. But the bad news for them, from my side, is we go there with all we have. We try absolutely everything to win that game. We want to have 15 points, but with all the respect for Midtjylland, and they didn't have to change their system, that I think a lot about them, because since Sunday I have nothing else to do than thinking about Midtjylland. So it's not finished yet. We will be there, and hopefully we will be prepared. And this interview indicates to me that even though Jurgen Klopp will rest most of the players that would start next weekend against Fulham, he still wants to put out a competitive team, and he still wants to go and win the game. I mean, it's never acceptable for Liverpool to just give up a game, and Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp will certainly not go out on the pitch and just hand the victory to Midtjylland. We will fight, and I'm actually looking forward to watching the game, looking forward to how the young players will perform. And Jurgen Klopp said that Liverpool will travel to Midtjylland with a full squad of players. And does he mean that we will fill up the squad with some under 21 players to just make up the numbers? Or does he really say that we will travel to Midtjylland with Salah, Mane, Firmino, Henderson, the likes of them? I'm not so sure. I would actually keep them in Merseyside just to avoid them getting tired, give them a little bit of a rest, because we are playing every 3 days apart from this week. So I think some of the Liverpool players would welcome a rest. And he said it's not unlikely that a number of young players will feature against Midtjylland, but it's not decided yet. The job is to get in fresh legs into the team. Very important to get quality, to change as much as you have to. It's pretty much led not by me, it's by the schedule. This game is Wednesday, and which is of course absolutely fine. 3 days after the last game. The next game is on Sunday against Fulham. Then Wednesday we play Tottenham, and then Saturday we play Crystal Palace, 12:30. So again, a lunchtime kickoff. Away from home is not ideal for Liverpool. So that means that in 10 days or so, we play 4 games, and that's massive. We have to consider that. So I think Jurgen Klopp will field a pretty mixed team with some young players and some experienced players as well. And also very good news, Liverpool are eager to reward Fabinho with a new contract after an absolutely impressive start to the season. Fabinho suffered one injury, but apart from that, when he played at centre-back, he was a colossus, almost as good as Virgil van Dijk. And the Guardian newspaper is reporting that Liverpool want to extend Fabinho's deal until 2025, and he's the best defensive midfielder in the Premier League, and maybe currently, right now, the best defensive midfielder in the world as well. And I think Liverpool want to increase his pay significantly. The Guardian is reporting that as well, and he has filled in at centre-back recently, and he has done so well. Currently Fabinho earns £100,000 a week, which is not a bad contract, but I think Liverpool want to bump that up to like 150 to basically honor his contribution to the team. And that's where I see Wijnaldum getting very upset. I think Wijnaldum is on £60,000 a week, and maybe he wants to earn like double that, and maybe Liverpool don't want to give Wijnaldum that. So I think that Wijnaldum probably deserves a bigger contract, but I think it's up to Liverpool to actually decide what we do with Wijnaldum's contract situation. But I really hope that we offer him whatever Wijnaldum wants, because I think he's worth it to keep at Liverpool for the next 3 years. And Kelleher, who actually got the clean sheet in his Champions League and his Premier League debut, back-to-back clean sheets for Kelleher, and he said the game was top class. From the first minute we were really on fire tonight. We played really well, we scored 4 goals and could maybe have had a few more goals as well. It was a great all-round team performance. That's what I'm there for, to make saves. I'm just trying to be there for the team, to help them out in those moments, and thankfully again I was able to make those saves and get the clean sheet. To get the clean sheet for me and the back four is the most important thing for us. We have done our job then. It was obviously amazing. It's been so long without fans in the stadium that it felt kind of strange to see them, but it was such an amazing feeling to have them back in the stadium. The support they give honestly it's different class. You saw it today how we perform when they are there, so to have them back today was a real plus. And I'm just so happy that Kelleher is absolutely buzzing about like just life at Liverpool. And I think until Alisson is back, Kelleher will be our second choice goalkeeper, and Alisson is rumored to be back for the Fulham game, so let's hope that happens, because Alisson obviously is the best goalkeeper in the Premier League and I want him back. But Kelleher has done well so far, so hats off to him. And thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.